Hey guys, it's me, Dana Marie, and I'm here to do another video for you today. In this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about how I met two of my spirit guides. I do want to pick up eventually where I left off in my last video, but I'm hoping to be able to get Ray and Christina to join me, and you can have the three of us on the same video talking about our experiences together, hopefully. So, anyway, today I'm going to talk to you guys about how I met two of my spirit guides, only because of the way that I met them. So I'll start with the first one. I was sitting in my living room and I was just chilling on the couch, and I look over and I see a woman standing there, and she's got a big black Victorian style dress on, and she's got like black lace up boots like they wore in that time, and she's got her hair in like a fancy updo, and she's got a big black hat on, and she's standing there, and she's got a ruler in her hand, and she's like tapping the ruler in her hand like something, you know, a nun in Catholic school would do if you were in trouble or something. And she's not saying anything to me, and she's got a very serious look on her face. So I call up a medium friend of mine to see if she can help me out a little bit, and she was able to. She's the one who told me, oh, you know, she's a new spirit guide of yours, and, you know, she has lots and lots and lots of stuff that she's going to, you know, teach you. She's going to be with you for quite some time, and the reason she's not talking to you right now is because she kind of wants to, like, hang back and see like what you do on your own for a little bit longer before she comes to you. So I'm like, okay, I can deal with that, whatever. So the next day, I'm chatting with Christina, and I tell her what happened, you know, this woman in my living room, and she's like, okay, you know, let me see if I can get anything. So she attempts to make contact, and she does. And the first thing she picks up on is that this is some sort of relative. And so I'm like, okay, well, you know, I don't even know how to begin to find back, you know, who I was related to back in the Victorian era or whatever. So, okay, what's her name? So she's like, okay, it starts with an L. She's like, Lori? No, that's not it. Lily, maybe? No, that's not it. Lorraine. And she emphasizes that it's Lorraine. So I'm like, okay, you know, what else can you tell me about Miss Lorraine? So Lorraine starts to show her, like her villa or whatever, and, you know, take her on a little tour of the property, and she's got all these beautiful, you know, flowers and plants, and she winds up bringing Christina to this garden where she grows all these herbs. And so she tells Christina that one of her specialties is herbology. And that's one of the things that she's, you know, going to be teaching me. And I'm like, that's really cool, because I've really always wanted to learn, you know, more about herbs. I have Scott Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs book, but I've never really, you know, played with it much or taken the time to really, you know, sit through and learn. So this is really going to be cool. And, so then she tells Christina that there's something that she needs me to get, and it's crystal. And Christina is like the biggest crystal person that I know. I don't even think there's a crystal she doesn't own, but of course she would argue with me because she's got a wish list that's probably a mile long of all the stones she doesn't have yet, but still she is, you know, the crystal chick basically. So she tells Christina that she needs me to get the biggest piece of smoky quartz that I can get my hands on. And, you know, of course, that I can afford and everything. So she also tells Christina that one of the other gifts that she has that she's going to teach me is the ability to scry. And I have yet to play around with that at all. I am hoping to get a crystal ball at some point, but my smoky quartz here that you guys have seen on my Intuitive Tuesday post is the stone that, you know, Lorraine wanted me to get. Although we thought she wanted me to get it for scrying, but it would be later on that she tells me the real reason. One of the main reasons why she wanted me to have this stone. But that'll be in another video. So that was how I met Lorraine. Shortly after that, I'm in my kitchen, and again, I have this Native American, and he's in my head again. It's not Gray Buffalo Man though, and he's standing, he's on a mountain, and there's like a big boulder on the mountain, and he's got his like one leg up on the boulder, and he's like this on his knee on the boulder, and he's just kind of like looking out, and he's got like this great big eagle with him. And I'm like, okay, well, who are you? I'm just gonna name you, because spirit guides, they don't really care about names. Names are just like one way for us to identify them, but really they don't really have too many concerns about what you call them. So and especially because he's Native American, chances are, his name would be like Gray Buffalo Man's and unpronounceable. So I just called him Mountain Man. He's still my Mountain Man. Anyway, when he, came to me, I immediately knew that he is the Native American that I had been told about in some of my previous readings that I had done. And his main job is he's here for extra protection. So he's not a real talkative guide at all. In fact, he's a man of few words, to say the least. But he is super wise and super powerful. And he's got this satchel that he wears. He has no shirt on, and he wears like these tan pants. And sometimes he's barefoot, sometimes he's got like a moccasin type shoe on, but in his little satchel or whatever, he's got all these, he could pull anything out of that thing. It's like a wonderful mystery bag. You never know what he's got in there, but he starts to show me some of the animals that he uses to, help him do his job. And I don't have them all written down in front of me, but I did write them down at the, when he had shown them to me. I can tell you one of them's like a mountain lion, and there's like a fox, and even like a little mole rat. And of course the eagle. I mean, the eagle, that's like his eyes, when he needs them to be somewhere else, that eagle goes and tells him everything he needs to know. So that's how I met two of my spirit guides. The rest come later when I actually start meditating, because up until this point I hadn't even begun to meditate yet. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I look forward to telling you more about my experiences in the future. Thanks.